Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and is this going to be the draft where we hit rank 1? We'll see. We're currently sitting at rank number 2. We did just get a trophy the other day, so hopefully we can string that along with another trophy and get one step closer to perhaps getting rank 1. Time is running out. There's not many days left in this season, so I'll be trying my best to get in as many drafts as possible to try to get to rank 1 or die trying. And by that I mean go to rank 3. Before this draft starts, I do want to say if you enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I did launch my Patreon channel. Shout out to all the current patrons. The link is in the description below. We've opened some nothing burgers. Give me a something burger. Burger. Burger? That's burger-esque. You know, that's like a Whopper. I mean, it's not like a double-double or a Shake Shack burger. But, you know, if you need a burger, I mean, it helps. So there's a Pyrotechnic Performer. Very, very solid creature to play in your deck. I think I like it more than Shock. The question is whether or not I like it more than something like a Dog Walker, which is a lot more versatile. You know, normally, I preach being flexible, being open. And so normally I would probably take the Dog Walker, but I'm also a sucker for rares that I just don't play that much. And in one of my previous videos, I played with this card very poorly. So I want a chance at redemption. So I'm going to take the Pyrotechnic Performer here. Just because this thing is just such a beater. 2 mana, 3/2, and then just in any deck, if you just have this up and they don't kill it, you can just burn your opponents out. So you want to be relatively aggressive to have this card be good. And also, I've just been liking drafting red recently. I've just found that it's very, very open and something that I'm interested in doing. All right, moving into this pack, we have a couple of black uncommons here to go with Gadget Technician as considerations. These are both pretty good. I don't necessarily want to start out the draft going black, and I've liked drafting blue-red. So I think I'm going to take the Gadget Technician here. It's a nice way to still follow Pyrotechnic Performer while still giving me the option of maybe going into blue-red. Now, if black ends up being super duper open, I'll move into it, given that there's a long goodbye and a Leering Onlooker here. But let's just take the Gadget Technician here. One thing that we've noticed is, just in general, white is generally pretty hard to get into. So it has to be pretty open. Otherwise, I'm just not super interested in going in that direction. Moving into this pack, the best card in the pack is Evidence Examiner, but doesn't necessarily go super well with what we have so far. It is a good card, for sure. And if I wanted to go maybe blue-green or blue-red splash green, I can take the Evidence Examiner and go down that direction, but I think I'm happy enough just taking another Gadget Technician here. I really love this card in blue-red. I've really been liking drafting blue-red a lot. I noticed that green and white tend to be a little overdrafted. So let's go ahead and take this Technician over the Evidence Examiner, recognizing that this card is great. I just don't like taking this third necessarily after taking the Pyrotechnic Performer, and I think the Gadget Technician is also just a very good card to have. But now, I'm going to take the Mutation. I do have the Mutation. I do like the Mutation a little more than the Evidence Examiner. I think this is a more splashable card. Just because I mean, both cards are good in the late game, but I just feel like this one gives you a lot more punch when you play it kind of late in the game. So I'm going to take the Repulsive Mutation. We did take these Gadget Technicians. It's still possible we can move into blue-green, for example, splashing. We don't even need to splash. We could just be blue-green for the Gadget Technicians, or we can be blue-red if we can pick up enough fixing to take the Repulsive Mutation. I just don't think Eliminate the Impossible or Furtive Courier are good enough cards to warrant taking over the Mutation, whereas I really like the Gadget Technician. So let's take the Mutation and see if green does in fact end up being open, or if specifically just blue-green is open. And if that's the case, then maybe we don't want to be green and maybe we want to consider just splashing the Mutation. Here, I'm going to take the Out Cold over the Culvert Ambusher. I am pretty medium on this card, and actually, if I'm blue-green, I'd rather just have the Out Cold over the Ambusher anyways. Not really considering Gamble or the Barbed Servitor here. Not seeing a ton of red, we'll note. Not seeing a ton of red here either. So, gonna have to figure out what the open lane is here. Slimy Dual Leech is a pretty good card, but it doesn't really go that well with what we have. I mean, if we did end up going red-black, I suppose I could take it. But if I wanted to go red-black, Push-Pull is just better. So I'm just going to take push-pull here because pull is still a very powerful effect. And if we're looking to be maybe a blue-red tempo deck, pull can still be something that you can justify playing as a top-end kind of win condition. So let's take push-pull here and see kind of where things go. Moving on here, man, these are some rough packs, I will say. Rough packs. Straight red cards seem to be taken. The best card in this pack is maybe a Snarling Gorehound. I don't really like Suspicious Detonation very much unless I have a lot of ways to investigate. So let's take the Gorehound in case black does prove to be open. We have had a little bit of success with black in the past. Moving on here, this is a very easy escape tunnel. You know why? Because we have no idea where we are right now. Green does not seem that open, right? We've only seen the mutation in the Examiner, but no Nervous Gardener, no Bite Down on Crime, no Topiary Panthers, no Vitu-Ghazi Inspectors. We just saw the blue-green card. So I don't think green is where we need to be. Don't think white is where we need to be. So that leaves red, black, and blue, possibly. But anyways, we are taking the escape tunnel and just see what tables. Again, nothing here. We don't really want to be green. I'll take a Repeat Offender. The next pack is actually important because there's a Leering Onlooker and a Long Goodbye. If one of those cards tables, that could mean black is something that we want to do. And the Leering Onlooker did table. So black is pretty open. And given what we've seen so far, I think that's where we want to end up. It's a very, very good 2-drop. We did see a late Snarling Gorehound as well, and it does help us leverage this late push-pull. If I wanted to be more open and just stay red, I could take Offender at large, but I think I'm going to take the Leering Onlooker there because I really do like it as a 2-mana card, and maybe this is our lane. Maybe this is our lane. Let's take a Riftburst Hellion here, and perhaps we're going to try to get there with another red-black deck, and hopefully we get all the sweet rares and uncommons that are black that nobody else wants because nobody wants to be red-black. All right. Case of the Stash Skeleton. Wow. That's like a tongue twister. Case of the Stash Skeleton is exactly what this type of deck wants. We're looking to be somewhat proactive here. We have push-pull as a finisher. We have a low curve. We have Pyrotechnic Performer. We want to burn them out. And this thing just is awesome if you're just base black and slightly proactive. If you're more of a controlling deck, it's not as good, but for us, very happy to have it. Would love to table Raucous Theater or Clandestine Meddler out of this pack, not expecting Dogwalker to table, but this pack isn't the deepest, so all these cards might be taken. Maybe we table an Unscrupulous Agent, but I would love either the land or the Meddler. But let's take Case of the Stash Skeleton here. And 4/2s with the Snarling Gorehound, decent curve. Could use some removal and some combat tricks, but liking this setup. It took a little bit to kind of find our lane, right? But I think this is where we need to be. Now, like I said before, red didn't seem super open, but we'll just use red as kind of a support color for some of these black cards. Here, there's another push-pull in the pack, but there's also Galvanize. And I'm not sure what I want here. This is like, I don't want to play 2 copies of pull, right? So I'm going to take this Galvanize here. I do really like push-pull. That's a Novice Inspector too. Maybe the Chases On will table, but I like having kind of, I think probably exactly 1 copy of push-pull here as a late game win condition. And wow, we got rewarded for being red-black. Look at that. Oh, you're so beautiful. Has anybody ever called you beautiful? Probably not. Look at this thing. Rakdos, Patron of Chaos. I know it costs 6 mana. We'll get there at some point. This card is incredible. I have scooped many a time to a turn 6 Rakdos. Gonna slam it here. Another Novice Inspector. Noting that. Good pack here. Novice Inspector, Bite Down on Crime, Eliminator, Unscrupulous Agent. Plenty of cards that we'd be interested in tabling, but let's slam Rakdos. Let's slam Rakdos. Okay, here there's Fuss, but I don't really like Fuss if I can't cast the Bother side of things, so I don't think I want it here. I think it's between Vengeful Tracker as a 2-drop or Unscrupulous Agent. How aggressive do we want to be? Unscrupulous Agent, according to 17 Lands, has a 7% higher win rate than Vengeful Tracker. So I'm going to go with that. We don't have to be super duper aggro, and just this getting you value is nice. It also works really well with cards like Toxin Analysis, so I would love to pick that up. Here I'll take the Clandestine Meddler though. I do like that over Snarling Gorehound number 2. Toxin Analysis is nice, but you can typically get those pretty late. Happy to have some cheap creatures here, so do love Fester Leech in this type of deck, so let's go ahead and take that. So getting all the black. Here, wow, all the green cards being shipped to the person passing to us who's cutting off the green. That's just good drafting. We'll take a Sanguine Savior, but ideally I don't want to play that card. Here I'll take Shady Informant. Ideally, I don't have to play that card. Oh, all right. So Clandestine Meddler and Agent Table. I'm going to take the second Clandestine Meddler. I just really like this card. Just being able to surveil one every turn off of, putting this on one of your 2-drops is quite nice. I do like the Unscrupulous Agent, but I think I'm going to take the Meddler here. And here I'm going to take Alley Assailant. I think I like it over these other 3s. I'll take Case of the Shattered Pact in case I need to splash, but probably not going to. And probably not playing the Alley Assailant here. I like this curve. We have a nice little beatdown curve, right? Two 1s, 5 2s, and a bunch of 3s. Could use some tricks. So I'm talking about Chases On would be something that I'd be interested in, or removal. We're red and black. We'll note that red absolutely is not open. We're basically almost mono black here. So like I said, going to be using red as a support color. We do have this Rakdos. This Technician is a lot worse just because we're not going to have... We're probably going to be playing a 9 swamp, 8 mounted mana base. So we're just super heavy on black. So don't want to take that. Moving on to this pack. Kylox's Voltstrider is a very, very cool card, but we're looking at black and red cards. And the black and red cards I'm looking at here are Case of the Burning Masks and Person of Interest. And you know how much I love Person of Interest. And given that we are going to be looking at a pretty heavy black slanted mana base, I think I'd rather have the Person of... I know this is a removal spell, but I think Person of Interest is just better here. I think I'm just going to take the Person of Interest. It's just a lot easier to cast. All right, moving on here. That's another Clandestine Meddler. Okay, we are good on Clandestine Meddlers. Maybe we'll table the Toxin Analysis. Suspect Creatures plus Toxin Analysis is excellent. I don't have to play this. We're getting pretty good. I mean, we can probably cut these too. I don't know. We'll put these all kind of in the maybe stack. You know, normally I don't like the Moroi, but I feel like in this deck with Pyrotechnic Performer that's looking to be a little more aggressive, I think I'm going to take it here. I think we're going to have a lot of swamps, so it's not going to be too hard to flip over, and this thing just gets in there. So I'm going to take that over Offender at Large and Unscrupulous Agent. And what do we have here? A complete blank of a pack. So I'm going to take the rare. Victimize. Never played with this card. I wonder if it's good here. Choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. Sack a creature if you do. Return... the chosen cards to the battlefield tapped. I mean, this is good with like big face down cards. Or I can take Leering Onlooker. You know, I gotta try this. It's a Mythic. I've never played with this card before. So I'm gonna try Victimize. It's also a nice way to just kind of like get back your Rakdos, I guess. Here I'll take a trick in the Chases On. But I've actually never played with Victimize. It seems like it could be good. This then makes me want to play something like a Riftburst Hellion. Because... if I trade with this early and then I Victimize it into play, that's awesome. Same thing with the Gadget Technicians. You get a little more value than something like an Alley Assailant. But honestly, with the way the packs are going, we're probably going to have to play both. We'll see. Happy enough picking up a Slice from the Shadows. That's a late Repulsive Mutation. But of course, it is far, far too late for us to take something like that. And this is our deck so far. And if we're looking to cut cards, it's going to be from the 3 mana slot, and it's going to be one of these face down cards most likely, or the Alley Assailant. These are the spells that we have. I'll take another Slice, probably playing another Slice. That's a late Wisp Drinker Vampire. This gives us access to 6 spells. I do like at least 6 spells in most of my decks. And then we can figure out what creature we want to cut. Ooh, interesting. I think I'll play another Starling Gorehound here. Starling Gorehound also very nice with this Victimize stuff that we're trying to do. So yeah, let's try that. Let's see how that goes. No respect for Culvert Ambusher. Not deserved anyways. And you know one thing that I want to call out here? We didn't table any of the Toxin Analysis. That's kind of insane. There were like 3 in the draft and somebody just has them all. Are there more? Are there 3 black drafters in this draft? I find that really hard to believe. Let's go 9-7-1 here and figure out our cuts. Yeah, I really would have liked at least 1 Toxin Analysis, but here we are. All right, so what do we want to cut here? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things to do early, which is nice. I do like Unscrupulous Agent. It is definitely less good, though. But it is nice to have fodder for the Victimize, right? It gets you a card, it triggers the Snarling Gorehound, and you can still surveil. So I still just think I value the cheap things. I think I can cut like Alley Assailant, and then some number of these face-down cards. Like I do like the fact that the Moroi just kind of gets in there. I like Riftburst Hellion a lot with Victimize. All right, let's cut Shady Informant and 1 Gadget Technician. I want to have all my cheap... Like, I feel like I really want to overload on cheap creatures with triple Clandestine Meddler. So let's just cut those. And yeah, this looks okay. Let's give this a go. You know I normally don't play Snarling Gorehound, but this could be like a cool Snarling Gorehound combo-ish deck where I mill myself, and I have not only push-pull, but also Victimize as cards to utilize to reanimate some big stuff, right? We can put Rakdos and Riftburst Hellion into play and kind of kill our opponents out of nowhere. I haven't drafted a deck like this before, ever. Let's see what happens. All right, opponent on the... Ooh, we drew the Victimize. I'm already excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but I would love to find a way to put Rakdos into my graveyard. Wow, that's some gnarly art, too. Yeah, I've never had this card played against me either. What is even the win rate on this card? I bet there's not even a large enough sample size. Let's take a look at, I guess, amongst all users? Like, I'm just curious what the win rate of Victimize is in general. Victimize. Oh, it's not very high. 51.8%. Did I trick myself into playing this card? We'll see. We shall see. All right, if it's something big, we'll put it in the yard. Do I want this escape tunnel? Nah. The thing is, the Technician gives me 2 more surveils. And if it was an untapped land, I'd consider it because of the Person of Interest, but not with what I have right now. Face down card. I could slice it. Kind of depends on what I draw. Although I am really interested in finding a land next turn. And surveilling here with the Victimize. So let's go play the creature here. And try to put some big things into the yard. If it's a land, we're going to keep it, though. All right. Not comboing off just yet. But once we hit land number 4, that's all we need for the most part. Then, next turn, we cast Person of Interest. We get 4 activations from Snarling Gorehound to try to go off with Victimize. I am in for that. I am definitely in for that. Okay, well, I don't want them to get a bunch of clues here, so let's just block. That's not the best use of your turn, though. That just cost them so much mana. All right, let's go ahead and play Person of Interest and see if we can hit something sweet. Come on! Come on! Victimize! If land goes into the yard, sure. Graveyard. I want to hit something big. Graveyard. I want to hit something big. Graveyard. Oh, that definitely goes into the graveyard. Oh, man. We kind of missed. Should I have kept the Performer on top? The answer is absolutely not. We can Victimize it into play. What are our targets? We have a Gadget Technician. Hey, to be fair, returning Gadget Technician and Person of Interest is not bad, right? That is not bad at all. I think they kind of have to block. And then let's slice it for 1. That way we can still play Unscrupulous Agent. I kind of want to hit something bigger. Maybe I should have just Victimized that turn. I kind of wanted to kill the Crime Novelist, though. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Come on. You have to, like, you have to at least respect the fact that I'm trying to do something cool here with Victimize, right? Like, I'm trying here, okay? I'm trying. Oh, we needed to mill that one. Oh. All right, let's attack for 4. All right, so what happens if we Victimize here? What if we get like Person of Interest plus Gadget Technician? I mean, isn't that just way too much for them to deal with? Yeah, let's just do that. And we get infinite triggers here too. All right. All the triggers. What do we want? Don't want Swamp. Don't want Agent. Okay. Don't want that. Don't want that. Are we going to deck ourselves? Don't want that. We'll take that. Man, Snarling Gorehound, MVP. Snarling Gorehound, MVP. Okay. They stumbled a little. They stumbled a little. I had fun. Now, here's the thing. Did we play perfectly? Probably not. But did we try to have the most fun and spin the roulette wheel? Absolutely. All right. Look, you got to enjoy the journey too, right? All right, so I'll keep this hand. This Victimize is looking pretty poor with what we have so far. Certainly could use some lands, but hey, we have Unscrupulous Agent into Clandestine Meddler. So if I can get some surveils going, if I can find some lands, I can start putting some big things into the graveyard, so it's not going to be bad. Already drew a land, so now we have 3 lands with Unscrupulous Agent and the Clandestine Meddler with Victimize. Let's go ahead and play the Agent. Ooh, and we drew land number 4, so this is great. We're getting to that point where lands or spells are both great because we're getting very close to being able to just cast Rakdos. Ooh, and they have a tough decision too. I like that. What did they exile? Snarling Gorehound. Okay, so they have all one color. Tunnel Tipster. Okay, let's get some Surveil going here. If it's a big creature, what do I do? Do I want this land? Yeah, I kind of do actually. Let's be real here. Like, the best way to win this game is to cast Rakdos, and then if they kill it, we can Victimize it back, right? So we still have a play next turn, which is good, because we have the ability to cast Slice from the Shadows here to kill something. All right, let's attack. We have the Chases on, which is nice. Gadget Technician, I do not want. My creature has Menace. All right. Here's my question. Am I okay with this trade? Yes. Oh, it's a Nervous Gardener. Okay. So that's going to get them the mana source that they need. So I don't think I'm too concerned about killing the Tunnel Tipster anymore. The question is whether or not well, let me think. Yeah, let's just use the combat trick. Whatever. Let's keep the thing is, I don't want to just be left with an Unscrupulous Agent in play. We have a Slice from the Shadows. And it's not like we were down a card in that exchange because they got a land, but we got a clue. And Unless they play like a face-up 5-drop, Slice from the Shadow should be able to kill whatever they play. And getting extra surveils here seems pretty good. All right, another face-down card from the opponent. Then Escape Tunnel, okay. Honestly, probably a good time to go after the Tunnel Tipster here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. They do have 1 green, so get a leg up is kind of annoying. But I'm going to go for it anyways. And then I can still play the Snarling Gorehound here and try to just make sure I can hit a land. Like, the Tipster's kind of getting close to getting out of hand, and I can't kill it even, like, doing it for 4 doesn't change the equation anyways. All right, this is great. And happy enough trading here and continuing to put pressure. Escape Tunnel is not what I want. I want to be able to give myself the best chance of just slamming Rakdos. And Escape Tunnel is not what it is, right? So, like, next turn, if I draw a spell, I draw a spell. I still have this clue as well. I have 2 creatures that are hard to block. They're at 17. It's a very high life total, for sure. Would love to find an untapped land here, though. Hard-hitting question, sure. All right, untapped land, let's go! Untapped land, let's go! That is not an untapped land. Let's go ahead and crack this clue. Oh. All right. It's super suspect. All right, we're basically binning anything that's not a land here. Yeah, I don't want to galvanize. The thing is, this face down card's probably something big anyways. And like I said, getting the Rakdos in play is a top priority. So I'd rather have a draw at something else other than the galvanize here. Okay, face down card with double black up. I wonder what that could be. Night Drinker Moroi, maybe? Happy enough, once again, trading Clandestine Meddler with whatever, but now I can no longer attack with the Unscrupulous Agent. Let's see if Pol can do anything cool. No, not quite. All right, land. Give me a land. Come on. Interesting. Okay, no blocks. Because now I get to attack with the Unscrupulous Agent. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast Unscrupulous Agent. Get that last card out of their hand. What you got? What was it? Slice for 0? Sure, just to have a card in your graveyard. That makes sense. This is getting kind of annoying. I don't want this either. All right, you know what? I do think I just need to victimize here. It's just, I'm just giving up too much value. So I'm going to sacrifice this Unscrupulous Agent. Actually, this one, because this one has Menace. And I'm at 18, I don't care. And I'm going to get Person of Interest and Gadget Technician in play. I mean, that put 8 power on the battlefield. Couldn't have been that bad. You know what I mean? They're at 12 life. I don't think they can really afford to attack us. And then we can now once again consider what a pull would mean. We can bring Clandestine Meddler into play to suspect other things. They have a Night Drinker Moroi and a 2/2, so not the best. Another face down card, and they have 3 mana up, so they can't really get good blocks here. So I'm just going to attack with everything. All right, now I'll accept any spells off the top. I'll accept Case of the Stash Skeleton. All right, what do you have? Could be like a Fairy Snoop or something. I don't know. Hey, that was a good Victimize. Triple Clandestine Meddler? Oh, that's really good. Not that I don't really care. But triple Clandestine Meddler plus double Snarling Gorehound, mill yourself into Victimize. Very nice. Boom. I will take those cards. Thank you very much. That should seal it up. If they kill my Rakdos, I can cast Pull and give them the beatdowns. All right. 2-0. Let's keep it going. Didn't expect to be rank 1. Didn't expect to be rank 1. I am having so much fun with this deck, by the way, though. This deck is awesome, right? It's just like I drafted some kind of weird Reanimator deck. Like, we can just play normal Magic, but at the same time, we're like milling ourselves, and then we have like Reanimator cards. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Ooh, nice 1-drop here, Fester Leech. That's a great way to mill ourselves. Red Herring, okay. Well, at least we have the Leering Onlooker to block there. Let's mill ourselves. Too bad we don't have the Victimize. But we do have the Pull, so milling ourselves is still very good. Projector Inspector, okay. It's a good one. Huh. Let's play Clandestine Meddler on the Fester Leech. Attack. And do I want another Clandestine Meddler? Sure. It's just another. The thing is, I don't have another. Oh, what am I doing? Whoops. That didn't matter. Yeah. Fester Leech just mills, doesn't it? This is actually not a combo. This is actually not a combo. Fey Flight on Red Herring. Okay. Do they have a land? No land. Okay. I think I can kill this like at any point. I'd rather just attack and just make 2/1/1 flyers here, I think. Like, this is a 2-mana effect, right? So let's make 2/1/1 flyers. They're not gonna have 2 mana available. Like, they missed the land drop, so they're gonna keep playing things. So we'll be able to cast this push. All right, so Gadget Technician is definitely very good. Drawing all the swamps. I think I want to keep up Pull. I don't know. And just like block with chases on. Yeah, that's kind of my plan, I think. I can double block Red Herring here. That's not bad. Okay. All right. I think I kind of just have to go for this combat trick, and if they have unauthorized exit, they have unauthorized exit. Actually, I could have blocked the Gadget Technician. What am I doing? Yeah, maybe that was better. All right, we need to find some action here. This is getting pretty frustrating. We can hit them for like 7 out of nowhere. 7, 8, 9. That's not good. Let's crack a clue. Come on, give us a threat. Just like any threat here. That's really annoying. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to use push. I'm going to still just try to go for the pull here. And I'm going to just try to get in for maximum damage. I feel like the best way our best shot at winning here is to get them really low and then try to kill them with like a random pull out of nowhere if we can mill some big stuff. So there's a person of interest, the Pyrotechnic Performer. Pyrotechnic Performer doesn't come into play face down, which is not great. They have a lot more cards in hand than we do. Yeah, whiffing back-to-back there was really bad because they're stuck on land, so you know they have all spells. Right? They hit Dogwalker, Dramatic Accusation, and Furtive Courier. Curious what they're going to choose there. Probably Dogwalker, seems pretty good. They can play that face down and then make two tokens. Perhaps another face down card? Okay. Oh, this is brutal. Probably want to keep my flyer back now. All right, we got the Dogwalker. We got Dramatic Accusation. That's the second one. Okay. So we have Clandestine Meddler and Night Drinker Moroi as the biggest creatures. We can also get Person of Interest. I don't know what this... I mean, this could be, I guess, a Rift Burst Hellion or something. I mean, we have to block there. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's gross. That is, in fact, gross. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, I think it's... I have to cast Pull. And I can get in for... I can put Clandestine Meddler and Person of Interest in play. Definitely Person of Interest. And then we get a Surveil with the Clandestine Meddler, I guess. And it hits for the most. Or I can just choose to get a card here with Unscrupulous Agent. Let's just get those two. I think we're dead here. We just drew far too many lands. That's fine. And I don't want to suspect this 2/2. I'm just going to attack for 5, block this face down card, and hope for the best. Looks like they have out cold. Yeah, we're dead. I'll let them go through the motions here. Oh, is this another dog walker? Oh, they were both dog walkers? That's cute. Yeah. I mean, they had a solid hand. They got out of their mana troubles, and honestly, I mean, that was simply just a matter of if we could find a couple of action spells, it would have been far, far closer, but we drew like 10 or 11 lands. Okay. That one was unfortunate. All right, this hand is okay. I feel like every game, we just want to draw Victimize. Let's play the Gorehound. Just gives us more surveils. Like, I'm not going to pump the Fester Leech next turn, right? So, oh, that's one of the best 2-drops in the set. Okay. We've got an uphill battle to climb here. Let's find some removal, maybe. Person of Interest is good. I'll keep that. Hopefully we put enough pressure where they can't really crack this clue. Projector Inspector, very good. I wonder if they're going to block Fester Leech. I could just use Chases on if they do. I actually don't mind. Nice pump fake. You got me. Let's play a face down Riftburst Hellion, because my plan is to probably block the Projector Inspector. Ooh, Galvanize. Great. Although now I wish I played the Gadget Technician face down. But it's okay. I think most likely next turn. Okay. No, they can't collect evidence here. Okay. All right. It's a bit of a racing situation. You know, Fester Leech and Gorehound are not the best beaters. I think. Okay. They're going to loot, hit me for 4. Oh, they can't tap this down anyways. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is totally fine. I wonder if they thought they can trigger this in a way where they could collect evidence and freeze something. Or it could have just been their best play, to be honest. It's a little odd to see Vengeful Creeper here. I guess they're teamer. Gotta be afraid of cards like Yaris and Vanifard and Repulsive Mutation. All right. How do we want to do this? I think it's a... let's see. Tag with everything. Can't see how this goes wrong. All right, so I'll let this trade happen. Oh, I guess this is a trade with both. So I can use Chases on, or I can basically wipe out the entire board. Is that something that I'm interested in? Or do I want... So for example, I can use Chases on here to kill the Projector Inspector and have 2 creatures in play. Or I can pump the Fester Leech, trade, and then kill the Gear Drake, and then I just have Gorehound to their nothing. And then I can start playing things. I don't know. Yeah, fine. Fine. I just want to do this. Let's just trade everything. They missed the land drop. I think this Chases on will be quite valuable. That's not what you want to play at this spot in the game. But actually, it's not that bad. You want to wait, but if they have no other plays, then it's something that you play. And this is going to help them find their lands. But we need to now, like, maximally punish them. So this puts the most power and toughness on the battlefield. So let's play Person of Interest. And don't want land. Slice from the Shadows, I will keep. Think that will largely be good here. Next turn, if they play a creature, like a big creature, we can still Chases on. Being able to go Chases on into Gorehound is not bad. If they play nothing, I mean, they have to play something. They're not going to just crack a clue here. Holy cow, what do you have? Like, if they had the Sweeper, I think they would have cast it. Oh, Vitagazi Inspector. Yeah, that's not bad. All right. All right, so this is a Chases on kind of turn. They have 4 cards in hand. Huh. Yeah, getting this off the board means that my Menace creatures are going to be better because they're likely going to follow this up with something big. So yeah, let's go ahead and use Chases on here on our 2/2 and then play a Snarling Gorehound. Yeah, I like this because this means that there's a really high chance that we have 4 unblockable damage next turn. And then they go down to 14 here. And then we have a Gorehound. And then hopefully we can use that to find more things. Maybe a Victimize. What are the 2 forests? Oh, so they're splashing Gleaming Geardrake. That's what it is. Okay. I'll keep that. That's a lot of damage. That gives us a lot of reach. Right? Because we have this and then the Gadget Technician. I think their best bet here is to play like 2 face down cards. Or just obviously removal spells on my creatures. It's a face down card. Rubble Belt Maverick. Oh, are they going to play 2 spells this turn? 3 spells this turn? That would be incredible. Now they don't want lands. That's pretty nuts if they can... Oh, it's a bite down on crime. Wow. That was a really, really great turn from them. Yep. Okay. I mean, I think we just need to kill this face down card because they have all this available. So I don't know what it is. Flourishing Bloom Kid, happy enough to kill that. All right, they're at 10. They need to empty out their hand. And we can start going to town here with the Pyrotechnic Performers. Don't mind that. That still trades with our 2/2. Ooh, that is pretty nice. Let's get the double surveil here going. At this point, we will keep the land. And the question is whether or not we just like attack with everything. I think so. I just want to put maximum pressure on here. Like, I'll trade a Gorehound here for a Rubble Belt Maverick. And then they still take 3, which is great. And then we can flip the Pyrotechnic Performer, put them down to 4. The next turn we have Gadget Technician, and that puts them down to 1. And they're still not empty-handed here for case of the Crimson Pulse. So given that this is Menace, this might just be lethal. A lot of it just depends on what their last 2 cards are, right? Because if they just play, oh, that's Valley. If they just play like 2 more creatures here, I think they're dead. Okay. Yep. They probably want to put a counter on the Evidence Examiner too. Unless they want to crack and make a clue. To be fair, they're probably not going to see this coming. Yeah, Pyrotechnic Performer is just an absolute beating. I am happy we first picked this card. That's all I'm going to say. I will deal 3 damage to you. Yes. Let's play this face down. Definitely want to land on top. Keep that. Attack with everything. And let's flip this up. And they are dead. With 2 green, there's nothing they can have. All right, just enough. Just enough. Push through just enough damage. Very nice. Pyrotechnic Performer getting it done. Still rank 2, and what are we now? 3 and 1, I believe? All right, 3 and 1. Let's go. 4 more. 4 more. All right, we won the die roll. That's good. Got some 2-drops and some 3-drops. Not the most spectacular hand, but turn 2 Unscrupulous Agent into Nitric Moroi is not the worst, I guess. Or Rift Burst Hellion, although I think I'm going to do Nitric Moroi. Clandestine Meddler off the top would be cool. Oh. That's also pretty cool. The thing is, if they don't have a 2-drop, the Performer just gets in for a lot. Let me think. You know, I'm gonna wait. The thing is, this is gonna get in for a lot when I just flip it up anyways, right? So like you have to think about it in that context. Like, if I play it turn 4, it's like I played a 3-2 haste unblockable thing, and I have a turn 2 play anyways. Oh, and they had a Jaded Analyst at least. Happy enough trading here, I think. Here's my question. What face down card do I play? Huh. They could have a counter. Do I play my worst face down card? Could play my worst face down card. Yeah, let's just go for the Performer. Let's just hope they don't have a counter spell. They do. Of course they do. You know, honestly, getting Repulsive Mutation isn't the worst, right? It's like, that could have been far worse at a later point in the game. So we just have to think about it like that. All right, we can flip this up next turn, get in for 4, and then still play the Rift Burst Hellion. No blocks here. Another face down card. All right. Yep. Then we drew the red source, so now we can flip up the Hellion. Let's hope they don't have a bite down on crime or something along those lines to kill the Moroi. They did attack. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, I feel like they have a combat trick. They could have a Crocodile Fear, I guess. Oh, it's just an Exit Specialist? That's not too bad. I mean, it's fine. Let's see. Couple options here. I don't know that Galvanize is going to be particularly good against these cards, so I think I'd rather just keep this up as a way to flip it up. I do think I want to just play a bunch of things over just flipping up Rift Burst Hellion. Actually, no, let's just keep up Galvanize. Let's just keep up Galvanize. Let's spin this. The Exit Specialist at least is a horrible attacker here. This could be like an out cold or something, I don't know. Dramatic Accusation on my Rift Burst Hellion. Okay. I mean, I'm definitely, like, I'm happy trading my Moroi for their face down cards. And I think they feel the same way. Here's my question. Which do I galvanize? I don't know. This one. Why do they say nice? Oh! Sniped. Drawing a land there, not ideal. All right, they're going to get some surveil stuff, so their next draw is going to be quite good. We're not going to block this face down card. Back-to-back lands. Our deck has not been that kind to us here, I will say. Oh, it's another stupid Greenbelt Radical, isn't it? It's another. That's why they said nice, because they definitely have another one. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we still have outs to kill them. Do we have a chases on? We have push-pull as outs. I mean, I think we still just block like this. And that's 2 plus 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. It's like the most obvious second Greenbelt Radical ever. Good job. You really got me. All right, come on, deck. Come on. Yes! Let's go! They hit us with the nice. You got to hit them back with the nice. You got to. You got to. It's only fair. Woo! What a draw. What a draw. Let's go. Push-pull off the top. That is what I'm talking about. Come on. Is this the run? Is this the run where we can get rank 1? I'm sure Ekin has a pretty good lead, but we're 4-1. All right, we are on the draw. But our hand is pretty good. 2 swamps, a mountain, Fester Leech, Unscrupulous Agent, Clandestine Meddler, and Rakdos. So we, you know, when you have a 6-drop in your opener, it always kind of feels like a mulligan, but we have a 1, a 2, and a 3, and at least something to build towards, right? Like we can now adjust our strategy where we don't necessarily have to try to race our opponents because we have the Big Daddy himself, Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, in hand. And we drew land number 4, so that's good. This Fester Leech is going to get some pecs in here. Oh, what a nice 2. Case of the Stash Skeleton. All right. Don't counter it. Thank you very much. Oh, that, yeah. Turn 2 case. Just the dream, right? I just want to live that dream. Face down card here. This has Menace. Let's give the Fester Leech Menace. And then we'll give the Clandestine Meddler Menace. I'll keep the land. Not getting greedy here. Wait, what am I doing? Why do I keep doing this? I should have milled the land just to have more things in my graveyard. I keep forgetting this interaction. You know why? It's because I never play black. Or I rarely play black. Fester Leech and Meddler. Get it through your head. That is not a combo. You know, I would like Fester Leech to be like a may, not a must. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh, just a hard cast surveillance monitor here. I think I want to kill it. Let me think. Yeah. They're going to block the Meddler. That's fine. All right, we're going to mill some more stuff. Oh no, we milled 2 lands. All right, face up Vengeful Creeper, still can't block. So that's good for us. And so this is a suspect. This is not a suspect, but might as well... Wait, does it come as a suspect? Oh yeah, it is a suspect. Okay. I mean, we'll just play this. All right, well, they're both suspects. It doesn't matter. I guess I didn't need to play that ahead of time, huh? I don't know. I don't want to deck myself anymore. I'm getting to the point where I just don't want to deck myself. I feel like I have enough food in my graveyard. Maybe I should keep milling, but the thing is I don't have the Victimize just yet. If the skeleton dies, I can go tutor for the Victimize. So I don't necessarily want to just blind mill the Victimize. Wow, they didn't collect evidence. So is this a bite down on crime or a Vitu-Ghazi Inspector? And they're attacking me. Huh. Interesting. Oh, that one definitely goes into the yard. So what do they have for 2 mana? What is that? Does it untap? Oh, did they think it untapped? I am ultra confused. Huh. Do I want the clandestine meddler around? I'm trying to figure out how I can maximize damage here. And whether or not Unscrupulous Agent is worth playing. Or if I just want a bunch of flyers. I mean, making a bunch of flyers is not bad, right? Like, if they take 3 and then I make 2 flyers, they go to 7, 2, 3, 4, and then it's just like almost lethal. So let's do that. And I'm not going to play... Like, they have 2 cards in hand, so I just don't think it's that important for me to play the Unscrupulous Agent. Okay, Vengeful Creeper. Thing is, we... Like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's lethal. And I can even pump the Fester Leech. This is probably a creature. Okay, no blocks. Oh, it could be like unauthorized exit, I guess. Which is kind of annoying. Oh, airtight alibi. Okay, well, but that can't block anything. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. That one was a bit odd. That one was a bit odd. Okay. I'll take it though. Still rank 2. Still rank 2. But hey, I'm still just happy that we're a Rakdos deck and we have 5 wins. Right? Maybe I should be playing Rakdos now? Who knows? But let's keep it going. All right. 5 and 1. We are on the play. This is an interesting hand. I'm going to keep it. It's a little bit awkward. Certainly need a swamp to get this going, but we still have Gadget Technician that we can play face down. We can use it to make a Thopter, and then if we draw any land, we can still play Person of Interest. We don't have any 2s. Obviously, if we drew a swamp off the top, that would have been great, but given that we're on the play, I just don't want to be down a card necessarily. So I'm just going to keep this. Obviously, if we just like never ever draw a swamp for the rest of the game, sure. We have 10 black sources in our deck. Krenko. That's rude. All right, swamp. Super rude. Swamp. Give me swamp. Gonna take some damage here. Do a little... Try to race a little bit, but an excellent 2 and 3. The trend continues, by the way. I have never been paired down to like somebody with a low ranking that's not playing Boros. It just doesn't. It has not happened. It's always every time it's a sick Boros deck, and I lose like 70% of these games. Look at this hand. What am I supposed to do? Like, I kind of kept the sketchy one anyways, but like, what am I supposed to do? Just going to make a Thopter here. I think they're going to attack with this inside sources. Well, actually, no, they might not. But I feel like I just need to try to get a lot of eke out a little bit of value here I can. Here or there, rather. Okay, so this is definitely representing on the job, which they can have. But we're still going to block like this. It takes their whole turn to do so, and I still kill the Vengeful Tracker. They just keep their inside source alive. Oh, Fuss Bother is way worse. Holy cow. Holy cow. Classic Nuts Boros deck. This is one of those things where you're just like, hey, sometimes you feel like you're playing against a week 1 deck, and you lose, and it's all good, and you move on. GG's. Ugh, man. If I draw a land, I can flip... Oh, wow. All right, I really need a land. Oh, does that do anything? I should have blocked with this stupid thing. Ah. Well, I can still block with it. I can block this with this and then try to figure out a Victimize line. And I'm going to play this because it's a bigger creature. I'm not going to suspect anything. I'm just going to keep it on the Person of Interest here. and just attack and surveil. Don't want mountain because my plan is to trade away my Riftburst Hellion. If they kill my Leering Onlooker, obviously I'm dead because our opponent is on Awesome Boros and 4 lands all spells. That is Magic the Gathering. Oh, this thing has trample. Sure. Sure. So I can't even block this, right? Because it tramples over, so I go to 1 here. Okay. Oh, they come into play tapped. Never mind, I'm super dead. Yeah, never mind, I'm super dead. Oh well. Yeah, I don't play with the card enough. I just thought it came into play. That's a little too broken, right? So it's actually not great against Boros unless you can get into play early. But GG's opponent, congratulations on your trophy. Congratulations. And we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Hopefully we play against a Mythic player. There we go. See, when I play against a Mythic player, I just know that they're like a good player and they just drafted like a reasonable deck instead of some unbeatable Boros nonsense. All right, this hand is okay. Could use some lands. We got a decent curve here. I'm gonna lead with the Gorehound over the Fester Leech because I just want to find some lands here. Then I can play Repeat Offender on 2. We're on the play, so this is pretty good. Drew Person of Interest, not ideal. Definitely want to hit a land, so Repeat Offender, find us a land. Yep, Surveil, keep that on top. Excellent. Excellent. They play a creep. I might just start rattling off these Slice from the Shadows, to be honest. It's just the best use of my mana right now. Get in for 3. Next turn, if I draw a land, that's interesting, right? I can play Person of Interest or Slice from the Shadows from that spot. I could have given them an opportunity to block the Repeat Offender, but I think I just want to keep this in play and just do as much damage as I can. All right, we drew a land. Here I will offer the trade because I can play Person of Interest. They got to be feeling the pressure. No? All right. I think I'd play Person of Interest anyways. Lots of power and toughness. Now I don't really need a land, so I'm going to just look for action. Okay. Rakdos constitutes action, and now I need lands again. It's the ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Jaded Analyst. Okay. Feels like a Granite Witness, maybe. Could be a Dogwalker. Auspicious Arrival. I don't know. Let's attack with these. Could be. It feels like a Dogwalker. Oh, it's a Museum Night Watch. Okay. Yeah, nothing we can really do about this. That was one of the better things that they could have flipped up there, for sure. Let's play Fester Leech, and if it's a land, we're going to keep it. Now, if it's a good spell, what do I do? Nope, I'll just keep it. Might be interested in just slicing here end of turn, or, I mean, depends on what they play, obviously. Cold Case Cracker, okay. All right, I'm interested in slicing that instead. Yeah. Yeah, let's just slice that. And then we can still attack with our 2 Menace cards. Keep it going. All right, so now we're in a great spot. We have 5 lands in play with Rakdos in hand. Our opponent's at 8. They have a lot of they have more resources than we do because they have 3 cards in hand, and they cast the Deuce. But that's good, just because they're at least not stabilizing. They're just getting ahead on cards, and they cracked a clue too. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what they have. No Witnesses would be quite bad. If they kept up mana, like Counterspell would also be pretty bad. We'll see what happens here. Oh, it's just a face-up exit specialist. That's the best possible. Land! Give me a land! No land, but Clandestine Meddler is quite good here. So let's do that and target the Fester Leech just to make everything have menace. And then attack with everything. I'll keep the land on top, but the Fester Leech is going to mill it, I know. But there is a chance they block it, right? They have to double block something. All right. Let's kill the 2/2. Let's pump this. They go to 4. We mill. Bye-bye Mount. Ooh, we hit Leering Onlooker. That's great value. They have 3 cards. Just don't play Ezram or Vindicator. If they just play like normal commons, I think we have a pretty good shot. Due Diligence. Interesting. Okay. I don't think they're going to attack me. Wait, why can't I? Oh, because my creature's power. I was like, what's going on here? Huh. The only problem is they could have a combat trick, but I think we just run into it here. It's so good if this resolves. All right. 6-2. Playing for the trophy. Very happy about that. Another good run, regardless of what happens. 6-2 with our Rakdos Rares deck. We have Rakdos, Pyrotechnic Thing, and then, of course, Victimize. All right, we're playing against a rank 51 player here for the trophy. So what that means is I want a great draw and I want to be on the play. I have a pretty good draw and I'm on the play, so I can't complain. We have 3 lands with Pyrotechnic Performer, double Clandestine Meddler, and a face-down card. So really, really aggressive start. If I don't find a 2-drop, definitely playing... Actually, no, I'm just playing Pyrotechnic Performer face-up no matter what here, right? And let's hope that they just can't keep up with this aggression, because we're looking at a turn 2 Pyrotechnic Performer into a suspected... Like, it's a turn 2, 3-2... It's basically a suspected creature. Then I'm going to follow that up with another suspected creature. We drew Night Drinker Moroi, which can do a lot of damage too. So liking this, as long as they don't have... Oh, and they went turn 2 Public Thoroughfare. That is fantastic for us. All right, we're playing Clandestine Meddler here on the Performer. Definitely want to land. If it's not a land, I don't want it. Ooh, no, I don't want it. Chases on is interesting, but I think it's better if I just... Even if I can just draw a Swamp here, right? And to be able to go Clandestine Meddler into Snarling Gorehound is fantastic. I mean, even if I draw a Mountain, it's fine. Oh, and then now... Okay, so here is an instance where basically we just have to hope they don't have a sweeper, because we're going to be putting on a lot of pressure, and I'm not going to play around a sweeper here. So let's draw a land here. Ideally untap land, ideally swamp. Okay, it was not a swamp. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, the question is whether or not I just play out another Clandestine Meddler to have 2 suspect creatures. Or play something like a Night Drinker Moroi. I'll attack first, because I only surveil once anyways. So let's see what we get. Definitely don't want Fester Leech. I think I'm just going to play another Meddler here, to be honest. Like, I have two Menace creatures, and they're at 11. Now they're on 5 mana, so you know they can have any number of things. Just a single removal spell isn't too bad, but if they play like the Mind Control, that's certainly a great way for them to come back. Loxodon Eavesdropper, I'm okay with. That one I'm okay with. Oh, this is okay. Great way to get their tempo back. Hard-hitting question as well, so that's super, super strong. And we can't... Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Oh, I should have played it before. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you would get 2 triggers. Oh. That would have given me a land on that previous turn? Wow. Yeah, okay. Yep. That was a misstep. All right. I mean, it's not too bad. Yeah, I could have gone... I forgot that each creature gets a trigger. All right, don't mind Snarling Gorehound here. Oh, Killer Among Us is quite nice, though. This thing has Menace. Wow, that's a lot of triggers there, though. They have 2 cards in hand. I don't know if this is worth trading with 2 tokens. So I can just hit them for 4 here and just force them to have an answer. I can't... The problem is if I do that, I just don't play anything else. I mean, we can just hope they don't have a removal spell or something along those lines. All right, let's go for it. I'll keep that. Let's keep their board still somewhat clear. If they kill the Moroi, then we, obviously we have to rebuild. But Case of the Stash Skeleton, I think, is excellent. It gives us something to tutor up because they're so low. Wow, they're blocking with their Gorehound. Interesting. All right, here we go. What do you have? Could be a bite down on crime. Could be a lot of different things. Next turn we go Gorehound into Case of the Stash Skeleton and kind of rebuild our kind of menace army. If they lead with cracking a clue, that's obviously a very good sign because that means they could be looking for an answer for my Moroi. So happy about that. Crack another clue. Attack with both. Oh, my creature does fly. So we're going to take 5 here. If they play like a random reach creature, if it's an X3, I can kill it. I can't be too upset if they kill this, though, honestly. Yeah. It's good. Yep. They stabilized. And they're going to play like a face down card here, too. The mana just works perfectly. Oh. Okay, so they didn't have anything there. Let's play Snarling Gorehound. I wonder if this is a repulsive mutation. It kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Like, if it's a repulsive mutation, do I need to play this a little bit differently? I still want to use my mana as well as I can. I can play Riftburst Hellion instead. I just feel like this has a lot of value, and it can potentially win us the game if we can use it to find a Victimize. All right. Okay, and we still get a trigger. Victimize, you say? All right, long goodbye. Okay. What did they have in their yard? Oh no, this isn't push-pull. Okay, I mean, we found a Victimize. That's a Riftburst Hellion, and there's a Night Drinker Moroi. We take damage, though. I think that's okay. I can lead with the Snarling Gorehound first and try to find something. No blocks. Reckless Detective, okay. Oh my gosh, okay. The creatures come into play tapped. All right, let's play Snarling Gorehound. Let's hit Rakdos. Don't really want that. All right. I mean, this is an attack for 7, right? And I have a blocker. I'll go to 8, but this means that I have a lethal creature in play. So I think it's worth, even though I take a bunch of damage. Obviously, I can die to a Bite Down on Crime here, but a hard-hitting question doesn't get it done. No attacks. We can block the 4/4. So like I said, a removal spell doesn't kill us, other than Bite Down on Crime, right? Fanatical Strength gets it done, but I think this just puts us in the best position to win. So I'm happy with this play, and we're crossing our fingers. They have 3 cards in hand. Come on. Come on. Now, if they just have the kill spell for Night Drinker Moroi, that's also bad. We'll see what they attack with. I think I'm still blocking here with the Snarling Gorehound. Let's keep our life total somewhat high. Okay. Oh, gosh. Gross. Glintweaver? Are you kidding me? All right. What is our plan here now? We can slice this for 4, but that's not enough. I can attack and trade and slice for 2. That doesn't seem ideal. If I attack with Riftburst Hellion, they just block with the 1/1. So I think it's just cast Case of the Skeleton and just pass. Glintweaver? Ugh. They're splashing for Reckless Detective? Ugh. Their mana must be really good, I guess. But not really the type of card you splash generally. Maybe they try to Bite Down on Crime this with the Glintweaver. Okay, Topiary Panther. It's a lot of offense. But they can't really... They don't have a good attack on us, and we have a slice here. Oh my gosh. That just made things way, way more exciting. Push, pull. I'm going to attack with this because it can't block to try to solve this case. Are we just dead here? We block here. We block here. We're almost dead. We can slice the 4-4. Okay. I mean, the thing is, they haven't been playing their land drop, so they still have just action in their hand. And we're at 6 life, so I think we're most likely dead here. But we put up a good fight. They're looking at their graveyard. They probably have a bite down on crime. We'll see what happens. Any removal spell and we're dead. Oh my gosh, that is a very good removal spell. Good beats. Yeah. So how can we block that? I can block Glintweaver and then I kill this and then I die? Yeah. All right, good game. Good game. They had a good black-green deck. I guess splashing red for something, but... Look, we put ourselves in positions to win that game, and they just had a really great deck with lots of answers. And not to say that our deck was necessarily insane, but I will say I really enjoyed playing this deck. I had a lot of fun with this deck. You know, grinding out some damage here and there early with all the suspect stuff. The triple Clandestine Meddler with the double Snarling Gorehound really just added an extra level of consistency to our deck, which really allowed us to just kind of find exactly what we needed because we had the potential to combo kill people out with Victimize or push-pull, right? With, you know, getting Rakdos or Riftburst Hellion or something like that into our graveyard. So I thought that was super cool. And we had a nice curve. We had some decent removal. And of course, we had Senor Rakdos, although we didn't quite get to cast this as much as I'd like. But this was a really, really fun deck and something that I don't think I'll ever be able to draft again in this format because a lot of it was centered around this card. And the chances of opening Victimize, I have no idea. This is like maybe the second time I've ever seen this card. It's a cool card. I don't know if it's any good, but I think in this shell, it was okay. And we tried. We at least tried, and we still went 6-3 doing so. So, still rank 2, went 6-3. I don't know what the gap is between me and Ekin, but hey, still kind of putting up positive results, one draft at a time. So hopefully tomorrow we can hit rank 1. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content, I did launch my Patreon channel. The link is in the description below. Shout out to all the current patrons. Really do appreciate the support. I'll catch you next time.